Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned into another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. It's your daily dose of not just the news, but answers that you can use. It usually comes in three magical parts. The first magical part is me answering a question that you might have in your head, unless, of course, you keep your questions in other parts of your body. I usually answer a question every day in the first part of TLDR, and then I move on to an AMA every day, and of course, when I say every day, I really mean every weekday. And then after that, then I go into a Tech News Views. So TLDR comes in three magical parts every weekday. Does that make more sense? The patrons get it all access TLDR. Everybody else can listen to the podcast for free. You can get the podcast in pretty much any podcast client that you want to use. That's the new word, a podcast client, a podcasting tool. You can subscribe on SoundCloud, you can subscribe on iTunes, you can subscribe in Overcast, you can subscribe in, I don't know, what other podcast tools are there out there? I don't know, you tell me. So that's where TLDR is for most people. Today, I'm doing something very, very special. I'm making this video live. This TLDR is live for everybody. And I'm kind of like, just giving you a little gift. If you're not a super nomie, if you're not one of the patrons. Because see, if you want to get everything and then some, and conveniently, you can sign up. Head over to chrispirillo.com to get an all-access pass to Tech Talk pretty much every day. I talk for about an hour-ish. Usually tech topics every weekday. That's like 5 hours of Chris Pirillo and tech that I'm doing every weekday. I have to say that I'm having to do this every weekday because some people don't realize that I'm still doing it every weekday. I'm not doing it for free. I mean, what? I'm worth more than free on some days. Other days, not so much. So today, hopefully, we'll get a few more of you to sign up and become patrons, aka super nomies, and stay tuned for more information. You know, not just with the list of supporters here, but more bonuses that you get for being a patron. Head over to chrispirillo.com for more information. Here is the Magic Mouse. Not just a Magic Mouse, the Magic Mouse, because that Magic Mouse is no longer magical. See, that's the nature of tech. Once something new comes out, the old stuff is it's old. It's a Magic Mouse. It's no longer magical. Like, if you pulled it out and said, it's a Magic Mouse, I'd be like, yeah-ish. Kind of. Not as magical as the Magic Mouse 2, because it has a 2 on it. The biggest differences between the first Magic Mouse and this Magic Mouse are primarily in packaging. If you can't tell, this packaging looks like it's going to be insanely easier to get into. The primary difference between the old Magic Mouse and the new Magic Mouse is that the batteries are included. That is, the lithium-ion battery that you charge cannot be taken out of the Magic Mouse 2. And I believe, unless I'm mistaken, according to photos, Apple engineering made a boneheaded mistake. From the people who brought you iOS 9, the charging port is on the bottom of the mouse, so you can't actually use it when it's charging. But apparently you can plug it in for a couple minutes and it takes you through for a couple hours, or you plug it in for a few hours and then it'll take you through for a month. So is it a big deal? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to use it. I'm moving from that Magic Mouse to this Magic Mouse. I moved from the Mighty Mouse to this Magic Mouse. Here I come to unbox the day. Let's go ahead and stack you there and show the next product I'm going to be unboxing live here on TLDR. A Magic Trackpad. I always have to look. I want to call it a touchpad because you touch it. And this has the Force Touch enabled too on this one. The old Trackpad, which was magical, it was not as magical, really. Watch me pull a trackpad out of my... I don't know if this would fit in my pocket. Will it bend? I don't know. I really don't know. Feel free to ask questions, by the way, during this live stream. This is an upgrade. I had the old version, well, now it's old. The decrepit mouse pad, Magic Trackpad. This is 2, and you know it's 2 because on the back it says 2. Right there. It's also a Bluetooth 4.0 device, just like the Magic Mouse 2. Not the first one. 2. We're talking about 2 today. 2. 1, 2. 2 magical products right here. Actually, right there. 2 magical products. Is this video magical enough for you? It might be, it might not be. Maybe you're looking for more magic. Okay, fine. I'm also going to be getting a magic keyboard for the first time in my life. That was never magical. This keyboard here, this wireless keyboard that's behind the Magic products, not very magical. Mystical? Yeah, I'd give it that. It's totally mystical. Yeah. But not magical. This is a newer Apple wireless keyboard, one that just took 2 AA batteries. This doesn't take AA batteries. This has a built-in battery, like the other new Magic products. That's kind of what makes them magical. And all you need is a lightning port. And I believe that every one of them comes with an additional lightning cable, which makes me happy. I have not used one of these types of keyboards before. I, of course, have been accustomed to the layout, really like it. Love the action on the classic wireless keyboard. Love the layout and the fact that I have muscle memory. So when I move from that keyboard to a MacBook keyboard, I'm good to go. I'm so happy. Very, very happy to give this a shot, to try it, to see how well it works. It'll take me about a month or so to let you know, well, what do I feel about these products, because you got to feel. See, with tech these days, you can't just look at it, right? It's not just about what it looks like. It's about how it works, right? Is it a magical experience? I don't know. Like I said, mystical maybe. But, you know, it's a mouse, it's a trackpad, it's a keyboard. They'll be replaced eventually, honestly. Technology is designed to be replaced. If you didn't read today's free LockerGnome newsletter, you should have. Did you sign up? I also posted on Facebook, and be sure I tweeted out on at Chris Pirillo too. And then I posted on Pirillo.com, so there's no way you could miss it. If you miss something that I say or do, well, it's not that I'm not saying it or doing it. Does that make sense? So this is okay. This is good. It's a keyboard. Input, right? This is input. Very nice to have right now, but eventually it's going to get replaced, right? That's the nature of tech. You can like it today, but a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, tech is old eventually. You know, just kind of, it falls out of favor. But it's nice to have. It's nice to have these upgrades. Very, very happy to unbox these. One piece of technology. You want to know one piece of technology? I found one piece of technology. I challenge you to find something else. One piece of technology that will never need to be upgraded. That will always hold its value. Always. One piece of technology, not anything from Apple. Oh, not Microsoft, not Google, not Apple, not anything like that. No, not a keyboard, not a mouse, not a trackpad. I always want to call it touchpad. This technology is never going to go out of style. Right here. It is the versatile handheld showerhead kit. Darth Vader showerhead. I have it here. And see, look, it says amplifying technology plus oxygen-infused water. That's funny. Isn't like water oxygen or part oxygen? But it's got technology, huh? This technology, never out of style. Never gonna lose its value. This, just as valuable today as it would be eons from now, right? It's valuable. That's technology. It doesn't lose value. This is probably going to be less magical when the next Magic keyboard is released. I don't know what to tell you. It's, collectible versus tool. This is a very fancy series of screwdrivers right here in this box. Okay, so I am going to, again, show you this to remind everybody that, yes, I have it. Yes, I know this exists. Just like the Darth Vader toaster. I know about the Darth Vader toaster because I did a video review on that last year that many people didn't see. So I know this exists. You can stop tagging me on Twitter. Now that's great. Oh, and by the way, that Darth Vader Christmas tree, seen it every single year. You don't need to tag me on it, though I do appreciate it. We've got a few questions here. Brian D. Roberts. Hey, Brian asks, I thought he was going to talk about Magic Mike. No, now that's another product that probably not lose its... Well, no. Magic Mike may be less magical as he gets on in years, but he is not technology. Matt Palmer asks, when Chris got a 6S Plus, I looked at my 6 and thought, you, sir, are a disgrace to me. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about getting the 6S. A success. If only to compare and contrast. It's a possibility. I may be getting a 6S. That's my thinking. Space Gray. 128 gigger. And I want to see if iOS 9.1 works better on the 6S than the 6S Plus. And whichever one that I feel I find more usable, despite the fact that the 6S Plus has got a bigger screen, bigger battery life, blah, 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 the optical image stabilization. I just want to know. I'm curious to know. I'm curious to find out. Because I would rather have a more responsive iOS device than something that is constantly dropping frames. We'll see when iOS 9.1 is released. Okay, so which one should I unbox first? No one really told me. I'm not going to unbox this. I may take the shower head out of its packaging, though. It's got some cords and cables. We do not have a compatible shower in our house, which is really kind of sad. I won't be able to I won't be able to shower with Darth Vader. But I'll be able to collect him. That to me, that's technology I love to collect. It's never going to lose its touch. Magic Trackpad, Magic Mouse. Let's go with the Magic Keyboard. I think out of all of these, the keyboard is the one that I'm most interested in because I'm a huge fan of Apple's keyboards, always have been, and this has got the new mechanism, the scissor mechanism. Some people like, some people hate, some people get used to it because it's somewhat different. Let's see here. Liz says guest shower. Does the guest shower have it? I don't know. Liz is showered in our guest shower. Does it have the hose? I didn't think it did. It puts the Vader on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Ah! Come on! Admit it, you pictured me as Buffalo Bill. Ah! Alright, I'm going to try to slice this open with my fingernail, which is a bad idea. I injured myself on the Nerf gun I unboxed last night. The Star Wars Nerf gun. Did that as the part of the Jedi 13th month anniversary live video in my classic YouTube channel. A lot of people tuned in for that. It was a lot of fun. Can I get this open? I don't know if I can. I was trying to. Let's go ahead and try not to cut myself as I unbox it. Because I hold on to these boxes. I do. I like Apple's boxes. It's a clean experience. I think Apple's really set the bar in terms of quality packaging. The cellophane, not very interested in. Oh, there we go. I'm taking it all off, baby! Just like that. See, on the front, it says Magic Keyboard, but it shows you exactly what you're getting inside. Let's go ahead and slide it out. Like so. Very nice, very clean. Very empty. Hey, look, I look like Geordie LaForge. Kind of. Not really. This, inside of the rest of the box, is the keyboard, the Magic Keyboard. The very thin profile Magic Keyboard. And then, of course, where we had the lightning cable, which is very nice to have another one of these. And the instruction booklet. The Magic Keyboard. The first Magic Keyboard. Not really anything else in there. Very, very clean. Very, very nice. I would have appreciated, with a Magic Keyboard, I would have appreciated, great design here. Look, it's just easy to lift this tab. I would have appreciated different colors, honestly, with the Magic Keyboard. That, to me, would have been quite nice. Let me go ahead and move that Magic Mouse out of the way for a second, and I'll explain to you why in just a bit. I'm going to pull over this keyboard, which seems so nasty now. It's not. We're going to do some side-by-side comparisons. That film feels different. Not bad, just different than from what I was expecting. Like, it feels nice. It feels smooth. I may want to hold on to this. I mean, for the keyboard, just in case I get rid of it at some point in the future. I have to be careful because while this keyboard, is going to collect a whole bunch of junk, it's got a white back here, like a plastic back. I'm guessing because it's not going to, or so it doesn't slide around. Oh, yeah. No, as I'm sitting here with each keyboard, the classic wireless keyboard that's got the bump in the back. This one takes 2 AA batteries. Yeah, I know. It is exciting, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Are you going to join me in this live stream? Okay. Can I first hold up these keyboards side by side? Okay, thank you. So it looks like the new Magic Keyboard, is thinner. Does not have the bump. They both have the same type of bottom. It's just that I'm guessing that this bottom on the Magic Keyboard, since it's got a lower profile, is going to be hitting the desk a lot more. You don't have the bump. We'll see if that impacts the typing, the speed. Let's see here. Whoa! Oh, oops. That's still connected. Wow. I instantly liked that. Your fingers don't travel as far. It's softer. I like the fact that it is definitely slimmer. Yeah. Very well designed. Insanely well designed. Whoa, okay, you got your switch back there. You've got your lightning port back there. I've got a lightning cable that's coming out of the back. By the way, you can pair by way of Bluetooth. But of course, just how it's connected. Being Bluetooth 4.0 compatible, very battery efficient. Are you ready to join? That. What's over there? Oh, she wants the music box. Well, but Daddy's doing a live video right now. Can he continue with the unboxing? All right. Come here. Really quickly. So happy, and we have no idea what's going on. So, wow, I really like it. But anyway, you can pair your new Magic devices with the computer, with the Mac, simply by plugging it in. And then it's paired, just by plugging it in. So that is going to be incredibly convenient. Smaller desktop profile, lower desktop profile, and a completely different key mechanism. I'm already liking it. Minus the colors. I really would have appreciated a silver and black option. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Magic Trackpad or Magic Mouse? Which one? Which one? Oh, that? Did you see her? She's pointing at the technology in the room. All right, hang on. She loves that. Loves it. It's her favorite piece of technology right now. So much. Okay. I need to kind of get this open.
Oh, she chose that
again?
one?
Do you have fingernails? Oh, hang on. I think I got through. See, now, I had the first trackpad, was it? Yeah, it was a Magic Trackpad. Again?
She really likes that.
But I got rid of it. Didn't use it all that often. The fact that this has Force Touch, it'll be my first Force Touch OS X experience on the Mac. Of course, on, well, any version of OS X. But it's nice to have as a backup. It's nice to have, just in case. It also is a very nice slim box. Has everything you need in it. Looks a lot like the Magic Keyboard inside. Yes? Yes, baby? What do you want? Are you good? You ready to go back to Mommy? Okay.
Yeah?
Again? Alright. One more time. Here you go, baby. It also comes with a lightning cable. It's nice to have. Instructions. And wow, this is way slimmer. Way, way, way slimmer. It looks like it's going to go along very nicely with the Magic Keyboard. It looks like they were designed together. White surface. There you go. A very white surface. Not a silver surface. Very white. And we'll see how it works with Force Touch. Looks like it doesn't even exist. It's so thin. Very, very small. Very low profile.
It would blend into a white desk.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I may end up setting it here. I don't know yet. Wow. I'm really kind of excited to try this, if only to see how well it works on the desktop, because that's going to be my primary use for it. All right, baby, you ready to go, Mommy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, come on.
Now, on to the Magic Mouse. As I look for more questions. You okay there, hon?
Yes.
Okay. Matt Palmer notes no farty noise with the unboxing. Yeah, so far no box farts. That is a bit disappointing. I was expecting better from Apple. Liz Bradshaw passes along Delton Rushing's question. Is the keyboard compatible with Windows considering it's only Bluetooth? I do believe that every one of Apple's wireless keyboards, or keyboards in general, have been Windows compatible in the past. I don't know about drivers. I couldn't speak to that directly, but I believe it to be possible, absolutely. In fact, a lot of diehard Windows users have loved Apple's wireless products because they work well. I mean, this is, out of all the keyboards I've ever used, the Apple keyboard layout's been great. And the Apple wireless keyboard has been one of the better keyboards that I've ever had a chance to use. Well, and of course the one that's also built into my current MacBook Pro. And here we are with the Magic Mouse. The box is a little thicker because the mouse, of course, itself is thicker. We've got this cardboard insert that could also double as a light switch plate, just in case you need one. The Magic Mouse 2 instructions and the lightning adapter. It's always good to have extra lightning cables, although, again, I would have appreciated the black lightning cables that I have to get from third parties. That's what I have plugged in here. It's a black lightning cable that I have, a corded lightning cable from Anchor. Really appreciated them sending that along. This Magic Mouse looks to be pretty much the same. Like, side by side, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. No one would be able to tell the difference between this Magic Mouse or the other until they turned it upside down and saw that there's no way to open it. The lightning port on the bottom. That is a little awkward. From the people who brought you iOS 9, you can't use your phone when it's charged. Hello? Hello? Yes? Are you magical yet? I don't know. I really don't know. So the reason I moved my Magic Mouse earlier, because I'm not really going to do side-by-sides because they look exactly the same. Like, side-by-side, like, exactly the same. I'm actually looking for a replacement mouse pad. This is the one I've been using for quite some time. I love this one. I do. I'll still use it. But it's kind of getting frayed around the edges. I'm afraid it's getting frayed. And I wanted to get the exact same design, but apparently they don't make this design anymore. And I went looking for it. I could not find it. I've got no UPC symbol or anything, but I'm looking specifically for Darth Vader's chest plate as a mouse pad. This, like this. Love this. But I need to find a replacement. Womp womp. Oh, man. I got mouse pad crud all over the place, including on my Magic Trackpad that you touch. See, again, I want to call it a touchpad. Because you touch it. You force touch it. Any other questions, folks? Because if not, I am going to be just as happy to close out TLDR so that I can get to using my magic stuff here for the first time for the next however long. Where can I, see, to me, why couldn't this be black as well as white or silver? Because I would rather have a black mat, because that's kind of what this touchpad is, a mat sitting right here, black maybe, or down here even, just because it's just white, it stands out. It's small annoyance, but that's me. I like black gadgetry, huge fan of that. Not so much the white stuff, apart from in Oreo cookies. Oh, Oreo, what's in the middle? The white stuff. Oh, okay. Liz has questions from patrons. Well, by all means, please pass them along. Does the touchpad magnetize to the side of the keyboard? I don't know. That's a great question. No, but they seem to be about the same height. Yeah, about the same height. So they go well alongside each other. No doubt about that. But I'm on the desktop. I'm definitely more of a mouse guy typically, rather than a trackpad touchpad. This is usually a backup, or if I know I'm using something. Boy, that feels nice. It feels nice. Is my fingers gliding across the surface of the Magic trackpad. See, I called it a touchpad, and I didn't mean to. Delton Rushing says, by the way, I'm shipping you a new Darth Vader mouse pad. No, don't worry about it. If you find that one, let me know. I've seen a lot of Darth Vader mouse pads. There's a couple that I might like. But this is, I really like this. Don't get me wrong. I'd start a Darth Vader mouse pad collection. Why not? But I just, ow. Man, I almost cut the edge of my other finger. That kind of hurt. Austin Brownen asks, hey, Chris, there are new 27-inch iMacs available. Are you interested in upgrading right now? You must be new. And that's cool if you are new, because this is something that I mention on a very regular basis. I'm not sure if you're a patron. I haven't heard your name before. But if you are new, in case you're wondering, no is the answer to that question. And that's pretty much my stock answer when it comes to a lot of desktop computers. They're really not worth upgrading every year or with every iteration. Once, maybe every 4 or 5 years, yeah. But desktop technology doesn't move as fast as mobile technology these days. Just doesn't. You don't see like leaps and bounds in terms of raw performance, depending on how well you spec out the machine when you buy it. And I tend to spec mine out to last a good 4 or 5 years. Other than that, if you don't future-proof yourself, it's up to you. Everybody's got their different choices. But my answer is no. And welcome. You must be completely new. Thank you. Brian Roberts says, I know you run your own business, so I wanted to know if you've seen the new business tool. I have not. I don't know that business tool. You mentioned one. But I understand business tools, and one of the things that I'm going to be doing, and I think it's primarily going to be on Pirillo.com for a reboot, possibly even chris.pirillo.com, because I have a billion domains, is crowdfunding, and specifically setting up internet entrepreneur stuff as well as tech advice, as well as personal or vlogging stuff, and giving people a better way of directly supporting the things that I'm doing. Social media help, audio, video stuff, that kind of thing. But I haven't set it up yet. That's one of the next things that I'm going to be doing, and I've got that item sitting in my inbox ready to execute. That probably wouldn't launch, though, until 2016, because we're going into a very, very, very busy holiday season. Anthony Menegoni, hey, Anthony, you'll end up saving money by not having to buy batteries. Yeah, and, that's a possibility, although I was a huge fan of the Apple batteries. I've used the Apple batteries for quite some time. They're fine. I have no issue with that. I don't think I'm going to be tossing my current Magic Mouse away. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily. It's always good to have a backup. But that's another reason why I want the dual trackpad, just to try it, just to have it, and to see if maybe I like it more than using the mouse on the desktop. But I had no issues with the Magic Mouse. But yeah, no rechargeable batteries. It's built in, quicker charging. It's cleaner. It's easier. Less clutter. So I'm generally a fan of that. Danny Shui 45 says, I'm watching both you and Diana, but I agree with black instead of white. Yes, Danny, you and I are together. Could you buy a skin cover, Anthony asks, for the Magic Trackpad? It's probably not a bad idea, but I'd imagine the efficacy of the Magic Trackpad would be diminished. I really like how that feels. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. I love the design of the trackpad, the keyboard. Obviously don't know much about the keyboard and its usability yet. The only design flaw that I see that's glaring from the people who brought you iOS 7, 8, and 9 comes a charging port for a mouse that you can't use when it's charging. That to me seems like an oversight. Like a pretty, a head wound bleeding oversight. So, Austin is a patron. Cool. Austin, how have I not seen your name? You aren't new here. I'm sorry. Well, I'm nice. I am happy to repeat myself. I am. I'm happy to be here. Matt Palmer asks, did Diana get back on the hoverboard after her fall, or has she been deterred for life? She did get back on, to her credit. I want to ride the hoverboard. That is in the plan. I don't have protective equipment yet. I'm now looking for protective equipment. Unfortunately, my Darth Vader bicycle helmet will not work because it is for children. It won't fit my head. I need a smaller head. I need to lose a lot of weight. By the way, shout out to Barnacles, a.k.a. Jerry Berg. He inspired me to lose 20 pounds. I lost 20. I believe that's the mark. I've lost 20 pounds. And I have Jerry to thank for it. Thank you. What he did was, number one, he decided to go down that path, for his life, and I kind of followed suit. But he came over one day, and he poked me in the belly. He said, "Oh, are you getting the dad belly?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's it." And then a few months later, I've lost 20 pounds. And I'm going to continue to stay on that trajectory. But it was thanks to Jerry. Let's see here. Next question. Warren's Creative Skill Showcase says, I upgrade once per 5 years, and I'm due soon. See, there you go. About 4 or 5 years. That's about right. Danny Shui also asks, if you make an update on how you like these, I may get them. Oh, well, you never know. You never know. I think most likely I may have to be reminded, and it may be a question that'll come up a couple months from now. I'm inclined to move this direction anyway, if only because I've liked the wireless keyboard. This is obviously the future, or the direction that Apple's going to be taking with its wireless products, and the Magic Mouse is obviously going to be kind of a side grade in many ways. It's not really being dramatically improved, to my knowledge. I mean, maybe responsiveness is become more improved. The rechargeability, I think, is largely the biggest difference between all of them. And, we'll see. And I think that's fine. I like the fact that I don't have to swap out the batteries in the keyboard anymore, because that's sometimes a bit of a trick and a half. Knowing that I could just plug it in and just keep going, it's kind of nice. Knowing that if I have to charge my mouse or whatever, I've got a backup. I've got 2 input devices, and they're ready to go. So, anyway, yeah, I feel like it's going to be as much of a good experience as the Apple accessories have been at every point in the past. Matt Palmer says, quickly computes 20 pounds is about 1.5 stones. Wow, that's a lot. I guess I've lost 1.5 stones. And seriously, 20 pounds. And I found this out because our scale broke, and I've been too frugal. I have a Darth Vader shower head and have been too frugal to get a new scale. We have no bathroom scale. I wanted to get the Bluetooth one. What? Did anybody say, "Hey Siri"? What the hell was that? Did I press against it? I must have pressed against it. No, how it couldn't have triggered that way. Because if I pressed against it, it would have been silent. Oh, nothing's there now. Okay. Anyway, so I don't have a scale, so I went into the store when I went to get the shower head, and ended up pulling a scale off, a couple scales off, stepping on them, and I had my leather jacket on, my pants, and my clothes and everything, and I think I was about 5 pounds, so I was about 145-ish. Not bad. Not bad. Ish. It's about 20 pounds. And I'm going to keep doing it. I've only, I maintain, honestly, the way I'm doing it is just watching, I eat what I want to eat, bacon, eggs, beer, meat, I eat everything that I want to eat. But I just watch, how much I take in on a daily basis. 20 pounds later, I'm good to go. James the Mac Geek asks, Chris, have you ever thought of reuniting? No, I have not. Honestly, everyone's doing their own thing now, and I'm happy with that. It is a lot, especially for 5'5", says Matt Palmer. Well, a stone and a half. Okay, I'm good. 20 pounds is 20 pounds. That's a Jedi. How much does Jedi weigh now? We just went to her 1-year checkup the other day. She's gone. I think she's about 20 pounds. I might end up losing a full Jedi. Having lost a full Jedi just in the past few months. That is a distinct possibility. Let's see here. 1 or 2 more questions, possibly. Will you use the trackpad to sign documents or PDFs? Probably not. No, I generally don't. I believe in doing it the old school way. Because I'm old school that way. Keep the questions rolling in if you want. Thank you for saying I'm doing a good job. Someone said that. I'm not just saying that someone said that. Someone truly said that. Let me go ahead and pop over to the tech news. And I know that for the most part, it's been a relatively slow tech news day, specifically for consumer electronics, which is usually what I like talking about, especially the big uns. Dropbox has unveiled Paper, a web app for collaborative document editing, to-do management, currently in beta, and invite only. So cool. Dropbox needs to do something. Quite honestly, they're not doing as well as they were. In terms of being a sweetheart, people still use Dropbox, but honestly, it's not that exciting. Anyway, I can do things with Dropbox that I can do with other things, other products and services. It's not a value, it's a feature, it's not a product. And that's what we've seen play out. If anything, what makes me excited is that it's still around, for one. 2, that, competition that's healthy for everybody, whether or not we use Dropbox. And 3, potentially even, pushing the storage war forward. Apple was the most recent vendor to drop its prices for iCloud pricing. Still waiting for Google to play catch up on that front. Amazon's they're kind of not. They're in the same boat, or in the same sea, river, body of water of sorts. But honestly, I've been really waiting for Google to change its strategy. I mean, they did that with Google Photos. Although, I've been trying to find a solution to a problem here, and maybe the solution. I don't know if anybody knows. I looked around, and there seem to be fixes for Android, but my Google Photos it's kind of backing up, but then it stops. Like it has 7 photos left. And I don't know which 7 photos are stuck on. It's stuck on. It's not going to back up. I have no idea. So Google Photos is currently broken for me. Wow, go figure. It's Google. I don't know. It's software. Things are going to break. I have Marshmallow. I keep checking my Nexus 7, and Marshmallow is not coming in. It's making me very sad. John Whitaker. Hey, John. Asks, hey Chris, you say you want a PS4 or Xbox One. Would you consider the Steam box? It'll have a bigger game selection, a lot of casual classic games, and Star Wars Battlefront. Possibly. I'd have no issue with that. I'd be just as inclined to... I would love, honestly, what I would love, and I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen, to see Battlefront on iOS. If only because I do plan on getting the new Apple TVs and, being able to play games and do things on the Apple TVs soon. Which answers the question that Slotinous Wise asked, will you get the new Apple TVs? Yes. Do I think it'll change the TV landscape? I think it'll move the ball forward. Will it change it? Well, that depends on how many people buy one. Do they see them as crucial? I believe that if you have an iOS device in your house, you need to have an Apple TV. Period. If you have an open HDMI port, sure, you can throw in a Chromecast. If you use Google's products and services, yeah, it makes sense, especially with Android on the network. But if you have an iOS device, having AirPlay is just, it's genius. Absolute genius. The fact that you could use software like AirServer to automatically stream directly from iOS onto YouTube is awesome. Which is something that's, speaking of tech news views, something that Google announced today with Android and a $4 a month subscription for YouTube gaming. I haven't done a lot of it. I haven't. Even though I guess Minecraft Story Mode was released today. I don't know much about it. I'm thinking about trying it to see what the hubbub's about, getting it on the iPad. I usually get those, for free, as do you. I assume you don't pay for things legally and get them without paying for them. I exchange gift cards courtesy of go.tagjag.com/free apps and go.tagjag.com/free points. I get redeem codes that way. I earn them. So I don't pay for the software that would normally cost. Ow, why is there something on my neck? Why am I itchy right there all of a sudden? Like horribly itchy. I don't know why. It feels like something bit me. Did you see like a spider like run across my neck? Don't tell me if you did. Matt Palmer asks, do you think your Captain Phasma shelf will become one of your most populated shelves over time? It's possible. I'm missing one Kylo Ren and one Captain Phasma, the Lego minifigures, which I can buy separate from the sets, which I might very well do, just to have them. But I might wait. I might wait to see if I can get them in for at a lot more affordable rate. Hang on just a second. Can you hear Jedi? Ah! She's yelling. Down. Ah! Downstairs. She yells just to make sure I'm still here. I'm still here, Jedi. I'm still here. I think I hit 3 text stories there within 2 minutes. Ow! Why is it itching right there? I didn't shave recently. Why is it just it's like a sharp ow? It's itchy. Apple has updated Pages, Keynote, and Numbers for iOS and OS X with split view, 3D touch, and much more. Quite a round of updates. Possibly staging them to be ready for the iPad Pro, which is a product that I hope to get at some point in the very near future. Selling my iPad. What is this? The iPad Air 2. Getting rid of that, converting the cash, moving it forward. To me, that's the value of devices, right? You get them, use them, sell them. Why hold on to something, Hey, if someone offered me money for that Magic Mouse, my old Magic Mouse, yeah, I'd sell it. If they offered a decent price for it, sure, why not? It's doing nothing. It's sitting around. Use Chris Pirillo's old mouse. Oh, those things that the mouse has done. Chris, what are your thoughts on Surface Book and Surface Pro 4? Actually, I already recorded that in the podcast. James the Mac Geek. You need to listen to the podcast, dude. I'm going to tell you. Listen. Or become a patron, But you don't have to be a patron to listen to the podcast. That's free. You should listen. And when you gotta listen. Now. If I'm going to be talking about this stuff, and you're going to be asking questions, you got to listen when I answer the questions. Especially when I have. Okay. So there you go. Warren's Creative Skills Showcase is listening. He says, AirPlay is awesome. Thanks for AirServer. I learned of it from you and bought it the next day. There you go, dude. I told you. That's a great tweet, actually, because AirServer tweeted at me back in that conversation on Twitter and said thank you for the support. Because I really like the software in OS X. It's great. It's stellar. It's unparalleled. I still don't. I'm not a huge fan of Pages, Keynote, and Numbers. It's nice to see the balls moving forward. That's great. I use it when I need to. I'm just not a big Office Suite kind of guy. That's not what drives my computing usage. It's not my thing. And honestly, even with 3D touch being enabled, on a variety of apps, it's also one of those things that I'm just not using as much I mean, I'm not using a lot of this stuff, if only because I don't know when I can use it, when I can't use it, when I should use it. I don't like the performance of it. Like when I tap and hold on my mail icon here, it pulls up, but it's not a smooth 60 frames per second. It's not even 30 from what I can see. It's very drop framey. And whether that's an iPhone 6S Plus thing, an iOS 9.0 and an iPhone 6S Plus thing, I don't know. And this is one of the reasons why I really want to get an iPhone 6S to see it side by side, because I don't know anybody in my direct vicinity that could tell me. I'm going to walk into, the Apple store, look, and say, oh, well, okay, this seems to be working better in this capacity, to know whether or not it's just an issue with a larger resolution on the iPhone 6S Plus, which could very well be. I do not know why my neck is itching so much. It's like right there. Ow. Let's see here. What else do we have? I'm looking. Oh, yeah. Facebook's iOS app continues to use data and drain battery in the background, even with background app refresh turned off. Facebook says it's working on a fix. Okay, good. It's about time. It's an issue, even with I have a lot of that background stuff turned off. Like all the location services, like if an app asks for location, like if it doesn't have the feature of enable just while using the app, I don't enable it. The only app that has my location all the time is weather. Everything else, no way. I mean, I've had too many errant apps, too many bad apps. Take advantage of that. And end up, that ends up hurting me. It becomes a phantom drain. And I do my best to patch a lot of those phantom drains. To know that Facebook's going to be addressing that, that's good. At least they know there's a problem. That's half the thing. Am I allergic to the new plastic wrapping? I don't know. That's what Liz said. I don't know. It's just like right here. I don't know why. And it's red too, probably because I'm like scratching it. It just hurts. I don't know why. Let's see. Okay, I mentioned YouTube gaming broadcast gameplay from FaceTime video or Facecam video from Android. I mentioned that. $4 monthly sponsorships. Mentioned that. Ads remain. Didn't mention that for the $4 subscription. Twitter is still around. Okay, that's a thing. A lot of Twitter news, but most of it's like either developer centric or funding centric or hires. Not very interesting, really, in the consumer landscape. Nothing that's really going to deeply impact you, at least directly. I'm not seeing anything else. So we got a couple other questions, and then after I'm done addressing them, we'll wind down so that I can get going with my new Magic stuff. And I'm going to have a Magic life and leave you to your Magic afternoon. Matt Palmer asks, I just want iOS 9.1 so I can get news. Not sure why UK has been denied news. Can we not be trusted with it? That's possible. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just been a slow rollout. They're kind of feeling their way through things. iOS 9.1, in my estimation, is overdue. Apple's got its own cycles. I'd imagine they wouldn't be able to push down an update like an iOS 9.1 every week. I would prefer weekly updates of my platforms. I would love that, actually. That would be amazing. I don't think we're going to see that. Monthly updates, I'd settle for that. I would settle for a monthly bug fix, feature, everything packed into one update for my platforms. I like updates. Updates make me happy. I love updates. I get antsy when I don't see updates. That's what's happening. Oh, look at that. It's red. Is that because... Hang on. Let me open my camera here. I see that. James the Mac Geek asks, should I purchase the 270 iPad Mini 2? That's completely up to you, yo. I gotta see what's going on with my neck. Oh, man. It is red. And I wonder if I scratched myself. It's red because I scratched myself, or I wonder if it was red and then I started scratching myself. It's irritated. Big time. Let's see here. One more question. I saw it. Anthony. Oh, it's not really a question. He says, it's nice that you can plug in to sync the new Magic devices. It is. It's a nice feature. It's a nice little thing that Apple added just to make it a bit more convenient. Not really a killer feature, but it is nice to have nonetheless. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in this special TLDR that was live for everybody. This is something that we normally do just for the patrons, live on YouTube every weekday. All tech, not a lot of unboxing necessarily, unless I have something to unbox. I've taken to doing some tech unboxings on Periscope. You can catch me there. And then I'll take and potentially capture that live unboxing and then post it to this channel. But if you want tech stuff every weekday from me, it's easy to do. Either subscribe to the podcast, as I've mentioned before, become a patron. That's the way to get all access. Because even listening to the podcast, you only get like a third, if that. You get maybe 10 minutes of what usually ends up being about an hour every weekday. So it's easy to do. Head over to chrispirillo.com to sign up and support me. I appreciate it. I love you, and I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.